What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And the hypocrisy on the internet is ridiculous. MKBHD just got slapped, or, people are coming at him for potentially going up to 100 miles an hour in a residential area. What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And I don't like making this video, but I just got to keep it real. I got to be honest here. And there was some clips posted online. It was a sponsored video for, I guess, DGI with MKBHD driving a car at what they said, because the speedometer was blurred, but the passenger one on the dash wasn't, which showed 96 miles an hour. Two things before we even get into that. Depending on where the speedometer or the speed is read, whether it's the back wheels or front wheels on the speed sensor, that speed can be way off. I say that because racing the Green Monster, racing the Blue Magic, the B5 Blue Hellcat Red Eye, and racing the 392 Scat Pack Green Monster, when my wheels would spin, my speedometer would move. So I don't know if the speed sensor was in the rear or not. I'm just telling you what, and I don't know, it could be because my front tires were coming up and they were spinning. Again, I don't know. Secondly, there's a known issue with that car specifically, or not just that car, but a couple of cars in that brand, where under heavy load, it can give you a fake burst of speed. Now, I already know what the comments are going to say. TK, why are you making excuses for MKBHD? TK, he was street racing. He should be prosecuted just like everybody else. I hear what you're saying, but he wasn't street racing. That's the thing I get from everybody. He wasn't lined up like the homie who just passed away in a car in an actual race and got into a crash. That's not what happened at all. And first, let me show you the video. Now, before I get into the rest of the video, I also want to show his statement, and like what I said earlier, depending on where you see it in this video, where I said like the passenger speedometer isn't really synced with what's going on with the car. I'm going to show an image, and I'll put it up here so you can see it. And it will clearly show, granted, it's only off by 3 miles an hour, but it does fluctuate greatly, right? Now, before it did blur on Marquez's video, we did see it at like 50-something miles an hour in the 35, whatever, and then it blurred, all right? We don't know where it got to. The passenger thing did say 96, but as you see later in the video, it says 45, and the actual official speed says 42, so they don't match. I already know about these issues with these cars, and it's on Reddit. Again, not an excuse. I'm just saying, stop basing your whole process on what's going on with this guy off of random images on the internet. Now that you've seen the video, like, if you've ever been in a supercar, sports car, whatever, or any car, if you're going to get into the comment section or get on the internet and say that you've never accelerated a car hard or gone way over the speed limit, two things. You're either lame or a liar. Because you shouldn't throw stones in a glass house. And I say that because one of the people that were coming for MKBHD on Twitter happened to rent my green monster when it was on Toro in North Carolina. Now, I keep records. I can see how fast somebody's driving the car. I can see what the car was being put through. And this individual had the green monster at 31 miles an hour over the speed limit. What happened when I responded or sent them a message? And I didn't put them on blast. They deleted their tweets or X posts or whatever you want to call them today. Don't throw stones in a glass house, all right? That would be like me calling another dude a hoe, or like that guy sleeps around, right? I have no business saying that. You know what I'm saying? I have zero, I can't be the morality police for anybody. But this stuff also pisses me off a little bit because, at least on the Marquez side, because you've seen other YouTube creators, and I'm going to talk about the homie, my homeboy Kevin Van Voris, right? Owns Contagion Athletics down there in Texas, was minding his business. Look, I don't know if he was on a closed course or where they were. And the videos that the prosecutor used there in Amarillo probably didn't even take place in Amarillo. But they sent a friggin' SWAT team to his house for videos on YouTube. And in case you haven't seen it, let me just show you a clip. So, are they going to send a SWAT team to MKBHD's house, to Marquez's house for street racing? I'm willing to bet that doesn't happen. Probably not even going to get cited for it. I think he's already learned his lesson from the amount of people who have been the morality police online. Here's the thing. Before you jump out the window and try to come for somebody on the internet or say something, if you have a personal beef with somebody, that's a different situation. When you don't know the guy at all and you're judging him off of a video that's 10 seconds long, and, you know, granted it's for a sponsored post, I mean, are you paying this dude's bills? One. And two, I'm not saying it's cool to go through a residential area at 100 miles an hour. What I'm saying is every single one of you SOBs watching this video right now have broken the speed limit. All of you, every single one. Even if you did it accidentally. There's nobody watching this video, and I know there's going to be some dumbass in the comments that goes, I never go over the speed limit. I've never broke the speed limit. You want a cookie? You want a participation award? I'm just saying, for me, the fake outrage, the outrage of, oh my God. No, you're hating because the dude's in a several $100,000 car driving it when you're not going to be able to afford that car and you're never going to drive a car like that way. That's what the saltiness is. And because it's a sponsored post and the guy's getting paid to do that makes it even more salty for you. I understand. I get it. Listen, I'm not Marquez rich. I'm just saying. Dude's probably on getting up there to Mr. Beast level. But I think before the outrage goes like crazy, and I've been watching it for a day and a half or so before I wanted to even say anything. I just think it's ridiculous. And you got to be careful with this kind of stuff because you're going to push it and you'll make it an issue, and there'll be some enterprising prosecutor that wants to make a case out of it, like what happened with Kevin Van Voris. That dude had to go through hell. Like, literally stopped doing YouTube for, what, a year and a half? Go through all the stuff he had to go through legally to get that resolved and now, expunged off his record. But it's still all the money that's wasted for that. I guess if you guys just hate MKBHD that much, then have at it. But the dude has already publicly apologized and acknowledged that he was wrong. So he's already taken ownership for the problem. He's already admitted that he was wrong. Let it go. Let it be a teaching or a learning experience for Marquez. And I only say this because a lot of you SOBs literally, and I'm not talking to my subscribers specifically, but just to people, because I know there's going to be random people on the internet to see this video. You're like the friggin' morality police when you're, and I give you an example, guy coming from TK, I know you got into this barroom fight, and I seen this thing you were, yeah, okay. Yeah, I've been arrested for fighting before, multiple times. No convictions, just fighting. Happens. And that's my dumb ass doing something dumb, and then I have to pay for the consequences, meaning I have to hire an attorney and output 15 to 20 grand every time that happens. It's a learning experience, or what you would think it was a teaching moment, but maybe I'm stupid. Anyways, I get it. But then I dug into that guy, and this guy is like, you're doing this. Does your wife know you do this? I was married at the time. When you do this, does your wife know you do this? Yes, my wife knows what I'm doing. So I dig into this dude. Come to find out, the dude has a whole family in like Virginia, and yeah, you're living out there in Charlotte, but you got a whole nother family with kids and stuff. You got 2 separate lives. Stop throwing stones in a glass house. That is the biggest message I can give you. Because when it comes to this, has everybody that's watching this video gone 100 in a residential area? Probably not. But I'm willing to bet there's a big majority of people on this video right now that have been on like I-95. Speed limit's 55 when you're going through that Central Florida area, 65. I bet you there's a lot of us on here, a lot of you that have driven that little stretch of road that have had the car up to 100 or 95. I bet there's a lot of my Texas homies that have been rolling through Texas, and you see that 85 mile an hour speed limit, and you're pushing that thing up to 100 and something. So I know you're going to say, well, TK, it's not the same thing. He's going 3 times the speed limit. Look, I'm not comparing apples to oranges. What I'm saying is, don't feign the outrage when you know you've done the same damn thing. You just didn't get caught. That's it. It amazes me at how much the internet freaks out over BS, right? Oh my God, because they hold Marquez on this pedestal. And I get it. I get why they're coming for him, because he's on this pedestal. But at the same time, it's like, stop being a bunch of bitches. Like, damn. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below on this situation. Kevin, I'm sorry. I know Kevin's going to be like, TK, man, why are you giving me straight bullet? Kevin, I'm sorry. Hopefully you get some subs or something this way. I hate seeing this, because I've seen other friends and other creators go through this crap when it comes to this, and it's not actually street racing. And I know how prosecutors get, right? I'm hoping that the prosecutors where he's at have enough sense to know that he does have enough money to make their life miserable, and they probably don't want to do that. I'm just saying. They probably don't want to do that. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.